Hello everyone, thanks for dropping by. This is take 2 of the video I did yesterday, and for some reason there was no audio on the video yesterday. I don't know why the FreeCam did that or Miltool Video Converter did it, but it just knocked the audio off it, so I've removed it from my channel and I'm doing it again. Just before I start, I went to Crystal Ski on the 13th to check about if they're taking booking for slope starters, but they're not, so I'm going again on the 13th of next month, which will be a Monday, so I won't be doing a video that day. And in case you didn't recognize her, that's Emma Caulfield. She's, I think, 2 to 3 centimeters shorter than me. So the obvious question, would I date her if I was super rich? Nope. She's happily married to a second husband who she's had a daughter with. Would I date her if she was single? Nope. Because her second husband is 6'4", so Emma there, like most women, prefers men who are much taller than me. So it'd be nice to see what she looks like in real life, but I wouldn't bother dating her if I was super wealthy and our orbits crossed. Never mind. Now, what I talked about yesterday was, as you know, the American birth rate has fallen dramatically to 1.6 children per woman, and that's starting to have serious notice from the American establishment, because I found this. As you can see, it's the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, and it's, as you can see, does the US have a fertility crisis? This was done on January the 6th this year, so it's getting official concern that the American birth rate is in steep decline, and it says a declining US birth rate reveals questions about having kids is affordable and sustainable, which does not cover the fact that women are picky and they don't want to have children with guys on their level. They just want to have children with the top 10% or 1%, which is never going to happen. If you drop down, it says the average woman between 15 and 44 gave birth to less than 2 children, raising questions about a potentially shrinking population. Well, importing lots of brown people isn't going to correct that. It says, but fertility rates tell a whole story of population trends. US birthplaces still outpace deaths, for example, so the population is not shrinking. Not yet. Fertility rates do, however, shed light on pressing issues of affordability and sustainability and personal agency facing many would-be parents. Again, it doesn't cover the fact women are too picky. If you drop down, is the US fertility rate an outliner? In 2024, they've recorded its lowest ever fertility rate of 1.6 births per woman, following a downward trend and falling across the globe. Why should a country be concerned about declining fertility rates? Many nations strive to maintain replacement level fertility or to have a high enough fertility to keep the population stable. And if you drop down further, what's behind the US fertility rate? It says American adults want to have between 2 and 3 children. Yeah, but are they married couples or a woman having 2 and 3 children by different baby daddies? But many feel they can't afford 1 child, let alone more. Again, it doesn't cover the fact women are picky and they won't settle for the guy in their same level. Instead, they want the high-value men. The economy, job insecurity, housing security, cost of childcare, they're all rapidly increasing. And then, with a declining, While a declining fertility rate reflects America's growing anxieties, it demonstrates sociological progress. That's not progress. In 2024, the largest decline in births for teenage mothers, 79% for every 1,000 girls aged 15 to 19, from its recent peak in 1991 of 61.8. But these single girls, they think that men are trash and they don't want him unless he's Chad or Tyrone. This never covers that issue. It says, proving the efficiency of interventions like comprehensive sex education and contraceptive use. But if they got contraceptive use, that means they're still having sex and racking up a body count, which a man doesn't like. I think most of us think that's a pretty good thing. No, it's not. But that means that the total fertility rate of the country has gone down. Yeah, they sleep around, but when they want to settle down in the 30s, we've got a high body count, no guy wants them. And then yada yada. Now that's what I found. Now, to back that up, looking around I found this, signs of poor egg quality, what every woman should know. If you drop down, it says, the most significant predictor of egg quality is age. Research shows that fertility begins declining gradually around age 32, the post-war, and more rapidly after 37, definitely post-war. By age 40, approximately 65% of eggs may have chromosomal abnormalities compared to just 30% at age 30, but they're still post-war at age 30. She's way past her prime reproductive age, and difficultly conserving if you've been trying to conceive for 12 months under 35 post-war, 6 months 35 or older, 3 months if older 40. They've got this thing in their head, they can freeze the eggs and they still be able to have a child, but it's not that, it's going the full distance from conception to birth. And then if you drop down, what affects egg quality? Lifestyle factors, smoking. If a lot of them smoke to suppress their appetite so they don't get too fat. Excessive alcohol, I don't know how much alcohol young women drink these days. Poor nutrition, what are they eating today? If it's fast food, then it's not going to affect the egg quality. Chronic stress, well, we all know that women are stressed out these days. And environmental toxins, well, we all are exposed to that. If you drop down further, lifestyle modifications, maintain a healthy weight. Somebody should tell all these obese black women in America and a lot of white women that are morbidly obese and overweight. Exercise regularly. Well, women only go to the gym, that they do go to the gym for being social media and getting attention. Manage stress through meditation and yoga. My sister-in-law does Tai Chi, but she's older than me. But I can't see many of these younger women doing meditation yoga. Maybe the Hollywood actresses, and counseling, that could be another word for therapy. Getting adequate sleep, well, a lot of these women on TikTok that are doing the videos in bed, they look stressed out because they just come from a date and they're complaining about it. And limit exposure to environmental toxins, well, we can all do that. When to seek professional help. Our age over 35, you've been trying to conceive for 6 months. That's these post-war women. Age over 40 and want to access your fertility. Another way over post-war women, they married their career. Highly irregular periods or concerning symptoms, have experienced multiple pregnancy losses. Want to understand your fertility timeline or family planning. She should have started that when she was in her 20s. And then the bottom line, you can't directly test egg quality. Understanding the signs and risks helps you to make informed decisions about your reproductive health. The advice was, don't wait until it's too damn late to have children. Well, that is that. Now, Better Bachelor, he covered this. I'll put the link to his Better Bachelor's video concerning this article. But as you can read, immature men are to blame for Britain's missing babies. Now, looking around on Google Earth, the next one below this link was this. This was done 15th of March this year. This was done 8th of October 2016, 10 years ago. Notice the headline: immature men are leaving it too late to have children. Immature men are to blame for Britain's missing babies. This, come on. Bloody hell. Sorry about that. This is just a warmed up version of this. It's the same thing. If you drop down, age of parents, age of father, age of mother. If you go on to this one, do you think immature babies are falling birth rates? I clicked that yesterday. 55% agree with me, 45% don't. Age and marriage opposite in England and Wales. It's the same thing. That bit is that bit. 74, second, third wave feminism. Fourth wave feminism is about here. MGTOW kicked off about there. If you drop back on that, 1970, the sexual revolution. I don't need no man sleeping around, contraceptive pill. The second wave feminism, third wave feminism, MGTOW. And with England, where's Warrington? Cheshire East, Trafford. There we go. There's my hometown. 1.35 babies per women. That's why you don't see many children around. Plenty of older people, but not that many children. If you're British, you just watching this, just find out where you are to find the birth rate in your part of England or Scotland or Wales. And the peak birth rate was 1964. I was 9 then, 2.93 children. And then third wave feminism lifted up a bit. Fourth wave feminism about here. MGTOW just starting to make a appearance. Then it lifted up. And then it's going downhill ever since, as MGTOW really kicked in, not just in this country but around the world. The last thing, I found this. This guy says most women in 2026 literally only want men for sex. Now that's touched a lot of nerves. This is Instagram, which I don't subscribe to. And she says, we have our own money and our own place, so to stay, try again. I sat in my own home with 6 figures in my bank account, try again. Doesn't say where she got it, could be in divorce. Imagine saying this while having his daughters in his profile picture. I've made more money than every man I've dated, but okay. Yeah, but do they want to settle down with you? But anyway, does the US have a fertility crisis? Whoops. I wish it wouldn't keep doing that. Yes. Does Western Europe have a fertility crisis? Yes. Better Bachelor explains this. This blames women, but the headline is still immature men for Britain's missing babies. This also blames women, but again the headline, immature men leaving it too late to have children. But it doesn't cover the essential root cause of it, women being too damn picky and not wanting to settle down with guys on their level. And we have the same problem in America and the rest of Europe. And then 1.6 babies born in America, but sooner or later it's going to be the same level as Italy and especially South Korea. So plus we got 2030 coming along. I think I'm getting on for 20 minutes now. I'd have to be quick because my first older brother is coming around today and I didn't want to be doing this video while he's here. So, you know the routine, people. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. It's completely up to you. So, I'll process this video and then see if there's audio before I upload it to my channel. But till next week, that's it for this one. Bye bye.